Well, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone had a good weekend. Oh my god, got a little bit quiet. Everything. Turns out when you do that, things get a little bit quiet. Who knew that? Could have seen that coming, but no, everyone's doing well. Everyone had a good weekend. Oh, oh no, that is correct. Just gotta make sure that it is properly set to the correct output, or otherwise there'd be problems. Oh, but no, everyone's weekend was good. Hope everyone had some fun, chill time. Weekend is honestly the best time in my opinion. It's just a shame it goes so quick. The weekend needs to be like 4 days long, and the week needs to be like 2 days. I can get behind those kind of weeks. Easy, I can get behind that. Hey, hello, how are you doing? You're good. Your week end was good. I spent mine spending money, which is great. I always love spending money. I always love buying stuff. I hate paying for it, but I like buying it. One of those guilty pleasures. Weekend good, workday okay, but the train ride back was abysmal. Abysmal, yeah. Trains aren't my favorite for like commuting. But yeah, no. I like them personally. I like steam trains, but obviously you don't like commute in a steam train. But for like commuting, like trains are just horrible. Like they're too packed, they're too crowded, or they're too loud, or too noisy. Very rarely you get like a commuting train ride that's half decent. Obviously, it also depends on the time of day you have to travel. The later you have to travel, the better it is. Oh, and I did find out, annoyingly, the light that I'm waiting for is going to take like half a month to arrive. I had a look. I think it must have been over the weekend. I had a look on the website, and it was like, yeah, shipping days estimated prep time is 5 to 7 working days, which is horrible. And then shipping time is like 7 to 12 working days. But on the website, they seem to hint at they're UK based, but they're definitely not. Sucks. Oh, yeah, the non-window seats as well. Yeah, they're not the best. Now, that's the one good thing about the train rides is you do get to look at the scenery, which you don't really get to look at while driving because you need to be paying attention to the road. But yeah, but having to sit next to people, or wow, trying to just sit and be in your own world while you can't even look out, horrible. Yeah, people who are just chronically, I mean, I can't really talk. I'm quite addicted to a mobile game at the minute. But people who are just on their phone 24/7 definitely have problems. He says, being as someone who works, comes home, and then sits on his computer all evening. But, you know, that's different. That's not my phone. And granted, at the minute, I'm sitting in a very dark room. But that's, again, not my fault. Well, kind of is, because I could have gone for a different light. Instead, I decided to go for a new, fancier one, and obviously, it's not new or fancy. Oh, yeah, people who do that, God, it sucks. I hate it on airplanes as well. Like, on airplane, well, I can only really say this because I went abroad twice this year, so I've done 4 plane rides this year. But, like, on both of them, well, on one of them, so on 2 flights, I was sitting, you know, by myself at the back of the plane. Granted, we were in a group of 10, so that was just about right. But, like, I had my arms so deep to, like, my sides, it was, like, almost crushing it because people were just, like, so wide, and it was just like, no, why do you have to be so spread out? Like, there are other people here as well. It's the same kind of, you kind of get the same thing on buses where people will just, like, spread, like, so wide. I'm gonna say, when I did jury duty, I had to go, well, I went on the bus, and what was really annoying was it was like a 40-minute bus ride, and in the morning it was relatively okay because there wasn't that many people, but coming back at the end of the day, it was always so full. It was horrible. It was so bad. Couldn't stand it. Oh, the odds are kicking in something chronic again today. Every time I start thinking, oh, maybe I'm okay and I'm not yawning, like over the course of the weekend. I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not yawning, you know, in the evening. It's fine. And then all the way through the week, as soon as it hits stream go time, I'm constantly yawning. Guess I should maybe be bug catcher Pete. But no, oh, I might not be able to run away from this Pikachu. Okay, good. I was half worried that Pikachu was going to be super quick. Super fast Pikachu is scary. Especially when you got type disadvantage. If I get the shiny Pikachu, I'm going to run with it. That's the thing, at this point, it's probably more likely that I'll get the shiny Pikachu than I'll get either of the shiny bugs. And I honestly believe that with all my heart. Again, because, I mean, to be honest, the worst Pokemon choice on this route, or in Viridian Forest, in my opinion, is Weedle. For like catching stuff and helping you progress through the game. Whereas at least Butterfree I can use to put stuff to sleep and, you know, help me with the catching. And Pikachu kind of the similar, gives me paralysis. Pikachu is actively useful for Misty, you know, like it's kind of like good for that situation. But unfortunately, Weedle is probably the worst choice in terms of like utility wise. Obviously, it's the one that I'm hunting, quote unquote hunting, but it's probably the one that I'm not going to end up getting because I am hunting it. Oh, the other thing I got to figure out is if my brother took Legends Arceus or if he actually played it. Brother's gone away on a little bit of a business trip. He's taken his Pokemon Diamond that I had, Brilliant Diamond that I had, and he was like, I don't know what to do in the game. I'm kind of done everything. I said, well, you know, you've kind of done everything. You can do some shiny hunting, but that's really it. I said, if you want, I'll give you Legends Arceus, and you can give that a play and see how you like that. But I don't actually know if he played it yet or not. Oh, I hope so, Elo. I'm trying to reverse psychology the game. In the game, thinking that I want shiny Weedle, I'm hoping that it gives me shiny Caterpie. This is where the smarts come into play. Oh. I was halfway. Back. But no, I really do hope. I really do hope for Caterpie. Caterpie would be... I mean, Caterpie or Pikachu was kind of the ones that I was hoping with. But we'll see. Nice realist. Yeah, my brother got his very quick as well. I think it took him like 4 hours. I was sitting there soft resetting Chimchar. And he got to the point where he was like, oh, I'm at Mount Coronet, you know. And Coronet, how do I do this? And I was like, you know, do that. He's like, okay. Spent the afternoon doing it, and literally within 4 hours he got it. And I was literally so annoyed. Even more annoying was the fact that I did finally find Palkia, and then I KO'd it. So I still have to go back and hunt Palkia at some point. Welcome in, Eddie. How are you doing? Good. I know, I mean, I think I'm just over 4,000 total resets for Palkia. Let me pull up the list. Yeah, 2,900. So I think I was at 2,000 odd when I KO'd it. To be fair, the only reason that I KO'd it was my Staraptor hit a critical hit on the Palkia and KO'd it. I have decided that I am 100% boxing Staraptor as soon as I can leave the mountain. Lord knows when that will be. I need to, you know, get back and actively play the game. Nice, Addy. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time with it. Another Pikachu. We take those Pikachus. It's a step closer to maybe seeing one shiny. Which again, wouldn't be the worst case. Granted, I'm not specifically hunting for it, but I will, I'll take it if it shows up. Speaking of, I always seem to get them back to back whenever I get them. And considering they're a 5% spawn, that's pretty nice. So annoyed. Why I don't like playing games with them. They annoy me. That's really impressive, Aurelius. 5-6 hours is still quick. It is not slow by any means. That is like a good amount of time to spend hunting it. That's still like incredibly under odds. Which again, you cannot go wrong with a hunt that goes under odds. You can if it goes over odds, but under odds you typically can't complain. Well, at least in my opinion, you can't complain. It's one of those where it's like, you complain it goes under. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone ever has complained about a hunt going under odds. I physically don't think that's a thing. I honestly don't think people are like, that's not fair, being angry that a hunt has gone under odds. Like Squirtle. I didn't complain that I got Squirtle under odds. I think it would be physically impossible. If you want something hard, go back to older gens, or that's the easy way to get hard. Either that or just raw Masuda hunting, raw egg hunting. Shiny hunting eggs, not using Masuda, not using any of those other methods. That is definitely not easy. You can always make it harder for yourself. You gotta take those wins when they appear. Because otherwise you just get bogged down in a hunt that takes way too long. And so you can always make it harder. I think that's the consent. You can always make it harder. Sometimes you just got to enjoy the fact that a hunt goes quick. Again, I mean, I've spent 3 times longer hunting for Weedle or any Pokemon in Viridian than I did for Squirtle. At this point, so for me, while I'm a little bit annoyed it's taking so long, I'm also understanding that I got my Squirtle incredibly quickly, so I shouldn't complain too much. Also, hello Greg, how are you doing? I hope your weekend was good. Hope you're doing well. Gen 3 is very good. Definitely cannot go wrong with Gen 3. We run from these fights. We run from all these fights. But no, I'm really annoyed. I really want a light back in my room. I probably should have just gone to a local shop and just bought a cheap replacement light. It's just one of those things where now I'm just like, man, it's so annoying. That I'm like having to sit in the relative dark. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Realist. I cannot complain. Yeah, I'm still annoyed about it, Greg. I mentioned earlier, but I couldn't remember if I mentioned it on a previous stream. It's going to take... The quickest I'll get it is 14 days. And then the longest it will be is like 21 or something like that. Like, all well and good if you've got a working light. Or it's the middle of summer, you know, and you get to this time of night and it's still bright outside, but... It's not yet, because the clocks haven't gone forward yet. That doesn't happen until this weekend. Lose an hour of sleep on Sunday. I'm going to be so knackered on Sunday. I'm going to just want to pass out all day. But yeah, I'm still on about it, because I'm still fuming with it. Again, I ordered it on the 17th, so the earliest I'll get it is the 30th, but it's not even the 30th because it's freaking, it's 14 work days, which is annoying. Wow, I got incredibly lucky on the Odds-Are list. I didn't get a good nature though. Can you not cancel it? Yeah, I can, but then I still need to go and buy a light anyway. So then I'm just back at square one. And I don't want to go and buy like a crappy interim light or the same light that I had because it's about the same price anyway. So this one I'm just like, well, I'm gonna just bloody wait for it now. And then I might wait for it to get here and then request a refund on PayPal or something. If it comes and it's wrong, I'm 100% doing that. If it comes and it's okay, probably won't bother, but... True, well, realistically, I haven't. But still, I'm allowed to be slightly annoyed. Because again, reading the website, and I read the delivery section on their website, made it sound as though they're UK based. But then the tracking information they give you, while it says Royal Mail on it, it's not Royal Mail. And it's like China, left China. And it's like, great. And that's, keep in mind, that's if there's no delays or weirdness going on with what's happening overseas at the minute. which again could be a factor as well. I believe it is, because we're going physical, right? Yeah, adamant. Adamant is the nature. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. When it comes, I'm hoping that it's good. I mean, to be honest, I was hoping that I'd be able to install it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Primarily because I don't want to break anything. So I think what I got to do is, when I know roughly when it's going to be here, I'm going to contact my electrician and see if he can squeeze me in and give him some money for it. I know it's only going to probably take him 10-15 minutes. But it's better than doing it myself and blowing myself up. Granted, it all does depend on when it arrives. I think it might be exporting now. What it says. Export declaration in progress. So I'm hoping that means by tomorrow when I wake up, it will have, got on the plane or whatever. And then if I'm really lucky, I'll get it by this weekend. If I'm not that lucky, then it won't be until like end of next week. Which, in all fairness, might be good, because my favorite time of the month is appearing next week, end of the week. Bank holiday, Easter bank holiday. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Give it at least 2 more. Yeah, I mean, I hope not. I really don't. I've got more stuff arriving tomorrow that I can potentially record stuff for, but I want my light actually working to do it, and if it takes that long, I'm going to be so annoyed with it. I'm keeping it, Ollie. I'm moving on. Oh yeah, like it's not the end of the world. It just means I have to spec it for physical rather than special, and I just have to remember that that's how I've got to spec it. Or otherwise, I'll end up completely forgetting it, and I'll build it as a special attacker, and then I'll get annoyed when I'm like, it should be one-hitting, and it's just not. So I've just got to keep that in the back of my mind, and I've got to build it for physical attack. Hakuna Matata. Yeah, either way, once I know it's landed in the UK, I'll be contacting my electrician. And then seeing if he can squeeze in, an hour or so, come and see me to get it done. Hakuna Matata. Indeed. The wonderful phrase. Oh, do you want to know the other thing I did today? I packaged up a card for testing because I'm looking at selling a couple of my old stuff, a couple of my old cards and that. So what I did was funnily enough, I bought a shipping label, shipped the card to myself. And I packaged up a card, how I would package up an order, and then I sent it through the post. So that'll be interesting to see in the next few days to see how that returns to me. I'm hoping that it returns good. And then I can, send cards off, half decently, knowing that they'll be okay. Although arguably the other thing I've got to do is figure out my cost for shipping. Because obviously I've got to kind of reduce that out of each order that ships. Because again, I do package it up, so I'll also be figuring that out as well. But that's math. And maths make my head hurt. We don't do math. Or we try not to do math. Another chill day today. Wednesday, I might do something else. I might try and see if I can find Palkia maybe as a break. And then Friday, maybe do something else. I do think it's time to start tying up some of these loose hunts that I started and kind of not forgotten. Yeah, I think it's going to be on the back burner. That's the last one of what I want to do. Yeah, I think the plan is we'll kind of get through to the end of the month, and then April we'll start looking at maybe deciding what to do going forward. I think the easy option is I think I'm still going to be cutting my loss for Rowlet for right now. However, there's a couple of other ones that I'm kind of like, I really want to get those done, so I kind of want to focus on those. That being obviously Palkia, because I want redemption. I think that's the only one I can think of that I started but didn't finish. Oh, I mean, there's a couple of other ones like Tepeg. I was soft resetting Tepeg as well. Yeah. So there's a few that I've got left to kind of do. Shaman was finished. Heart Gold was finished. Oh, Platinum, doing the fossil for Caranados. I think I'm gonna retry that. I did get 2,500 resets done during that fossil week. But I also kind of just like, I want to finish that hunt as well. Shaman was done. The Fiery week I'm not worried about quite yet. I know it's not that far away, but we'll see. And then yeah, there's a couple of other ones I think maybe I need to look at as well. All right, Realist, thanks for stopping by. You have a good rest of your week. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's not the best. It isn't the best. But at the end of the day, you do kind of have to cut them a little bit of slack with these kind of few earlier games, is what I would say. You know, it is what I did say. There we go. My goodness. This is why I don't like multiplayer games. I've been trying to do stuff all afternoon. Took 3 hours for the guy to do what I wanted him to do. Ugh. Yeah, so the question is whether or not I get Weedle. Or not. I'm thinking I'm thinking I'm gonna end up with Weedle, but I'm also obviously I'm hopeful that maybe I get Caterpie or maybe I get Pikachu. That's the dream. Well, I mean, the dream is a shining tonight, but, you know. We all kind of know how that plays out. For me, it never goes well. Yeah, but I count those as the same as their pre-evolutions here, Greg, because they're basically the same. It's like, realistically, these zones are... Is it... Oh god, I can't remember. Is it 40% for both Caterpie, Metapod, and then 5% for Kakuna, 5%... The math doesn't add up. 5 for Kakuna, 5 for that, and then 5 for Pikachu doesn't make sense. Either way, I look at it as almost a 95% chance of getting... Sorry, is it 47.5%? Chance of getting chance of getting Caterpie or Weedle, because they're basically the same Pokemon. Kakuna and Metapod are basically, yeah, 95% chance of Bug. So 47.5% chance of either one. In my eyes. So, you know, if I done the math correctly. I'm not 100% certain I did, but we'll see. We shall see when someone inevitably corrects me. Oh, but I did make progress on the other project. I created a YouTube channel. Yeah. That was as far as I got. That's also technically not true. I did do more stuff, but that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I know. I got the username I wanted as well. Or I got the app that I wanted as well. Yeah, I got the app that I wanted. I got pretty much everything that I wanted for the channel. I was surprised. I was like, I'm probably not going to get it. And then I got it, and I was like, ooh. That's good. But again, I was kind of hoping to get the first video up kind of as quick as possible. However, with my... Again, it's going to be me complaining about the light again. With the light not being here, I kind of don't want to, because I want the video quality to have, you know, to be as good as it can, as good as it physically can be. And obviously, if I end up not having it, you know, might hinder it slightly. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's the same with this. Same with Pokemaniac Pete. I got that as well. I don't think I had to abbreviate it or anything like that. Sometimes I found that what you kind of have to do, or what I find with some of the usernames I used to use, was quite common. So you would have to like change an E to a 3, or, you know, an A to a 4. You know, like you kind of just change it so they kind of just look like the name, but it's not. But no, with both of these, I don't think I had to do that at all. Let me double check. Yeah, no, I didn't have to do that. Well, sorry. No, I didn't have to change it at all. No, I got exactly what I wanted on both my channels. Again, although the @ is ever so slightly different, I think, than the actual channel name itself. At least nowadays, I think it is. Set that and forget it. But yeah. It very, very rarely happens. Like, I can probably think on a you know, or, you know, you get it where some big creator comes along and they complain that someone else has stolen their username. You know, and it's like, man, how egotistical are you? They're like, you know, I had to put my @ with 2 I's because someone else took it with them. And then it's like, but they're not using that account, so I've been trying to contact them and trying to get them by it. It's like, you're that desperate for like 1 letter difference. It like is so silly in my opinion. But I guess some people are like that. I guess if it's part of your brand or whatever, but even then, it's still kind of, you know, I was going to say a bit silly, but in my opinion, it is a little bit, very egotistical, you know? Like, you're not using it, I want it, give it to me. Oh, and I also think I'm halfway there to the project for this channel as well. I'm going to be doing some testing tomorrow that I might see if I can put in Discord. I know Discord has a limit on file size, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go. Either that, or I'll upload it, but have it unlisted, and then just put the post in Discord. I was thinking of doing it for members, but yeah, it's silly to just restrict it. I'd much rather do it, you know, if it was an actual full thing rather than just me testing stuff out. So yeah, potentially some stuff happening over the course of the next 2 weeks. What I'm gonna need essentially is me to force myself to sit down when I get home and go, right, I need to do this. Because if I don't, then I won't. I need to sit down and but I won't do it. I need to physically force myself to do it. And even then, there's no guarantee that I will, but I will try, and that's the main thing. Because I know if I don't, then I'll be forever thinking, man, I could have done that. So I'm going to give it a go. We'll see how it turns out. I've not got ridiculously high hopes. However, I am going to be trying some stuff, so we'll see. Learning new stuff is always fun. I think it can be fun, sorry. Speaking of fun, I kind of want to see if... Oh no, he hasn't done it. My nephew went on a spree at the weekend and uploaded about like 15 videos. I was just sitting there and I was just like, I'm just going to click on subscriptions and just see if anyone has posted anything that I haven't watched yet that I'm subscribed to. And it was like, I was scrolling through and it was like, uploaded 2 minutes ago, uploaded 5 hours ago, uploaded 2 hours ago. And I was like, oh, someone's been busy. It just got to the point where I was trying not to laugh in how much he was putting up. Because it was literally just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to play with my friend for an hour. Upload that. Like, good for you. Upload what you want to upload. But yeah, it was literally just like, he's gone on a spree and he's just constantly uploading stuff. Which was not, it's interesting to see. I haven't watched any of them seriously because Lord knows I don't want to listen to him, you know. Credit where credit's due, at least he's doing it, but I don't want to listen to his bad audio for like 2, 3, 4 hours. You know, he's at the point where he's just starting, so he hasn't quite got his audio balance down. That, and I don't think he's actually editing. I think he's literally just hitting record, playing it, and then going, oh, upload. Like, he's not doing titles, he's not doing thumbnails, he's literally just throwing it up. And just seeing what kind of sticks. Again, really good for him, you know? The best way of getting into it, if you want to get into it, is kind of throwing everything to the wall and seeing what sticks, but it is unfortunately as much of YouTube is kind of just throw it and see what sticks. It is also like equal parts planning and preparation, in my opinion. Slash the opinion of basically, you know, every other YouTuber, you know. But still, at the end of the day, he's trying. you know, and if he's using the Mr. Beast method of, 1% better each video, then, all the more power to him. I definitely think I'm going to give it a little while before I watch anything, though. I might wait until his first, like, coherent video, like, where the title and the thumbnail have been done, and then watch that. Rather than watching him run around screaming on Roblox. But, I'll watch it when I think it's worth watching. I think it's worth my time. Might be like his favorite uncle. No, his favorite uncle gets to work with animals that aren't, digital. Yeah, definitely. Arguably, I don't know that for certain, but there is 3 of us, so I very much doubt I'm his favorite. If the competition wasn't so fierce, I might have said yeah, maybe, but given how fierce the competition is, but no, at the end of the day, if he wants to give it a go, I'm sure he'll do fine. Granted, every time he tries to talk to me about Roblox, I always put my finger in my ear and go, I'm not listening, because I absolutely despise that game. Despise it. It's not my block game. Not my block game, and it never will be. Ten out of 10 supportive, yeah, exactly. I am hella supportive. I'm the most supportive. Tell him how stupid his little game is. He should, play a real game. Those, not one of those sissy games. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, who am I to judge? As long as he enjoys what he does, which he seems to be, I couldn't ask for anything more. Because that is just how supportive I am. I'm the most supportive, the most respectful. Up that. Need to up that counter. The only problem with how my setup currently works is I think I'm straining my eyes a lot. Like, my eyes are starting to feel like incredibly heavy. Like, man, can I just go to sleep? I'm like, I just want to sleep. But then I'm like, I know I shouldn't. Sleep. Good. Sleep sound like plan. I go, no. I need to stream longer. Part of this reason this hunt's taking so long. That I keep cutting the streams short. I imagine it's partly dark in the room. Is it? Oh, I couldn't tell. I could not tell. Thank you, Greg. Thank you for letting me know that it was dark in my room. You know, I don't think I could realize how dark it actually was in my room until you pointed out that it was dark in my room. Thank you. I'll tell you what the other thing I did was, which you might have noticed, or maybe not have noticed. I charged my controller. So there's no more black battery warnings on my controller. Me. I did that all by myself. On the same DE training video they make, yeah, they say focusing on one bright light in the dark room eyes. Well, I'm not focusing on one bright light. I'm technically focusing on two because I'm starting between my two monitors. It's technically not one, it's technically multiple. Since we're being pedantic. Again, I do try and have my, you know, my TCG light, that's what I'm going to call it, my card light, set to be quite bright and kind of off to the side, so it kind of fills the room up a bit more. But I found it's been getting incredibly hot when I do that, so I've been trying not to have it on super bright. But obviously the other problem with that is that, you know, it then strains my eyes a bit. Get this Pikachu. and run away. Oh, all of them, Elo. Yeah, I've got all of them. I'm just leaving the forest now. Greg can confirm he was here the whole time. So many. Literally all of them. Yeah, I do it all the time. Yeah, I've already caught it. Yeah, I've taken everyone else's shinies. Clearly, I've taken everyone else's shinies. No, I was doing the math, right? This hunt for me should take a long time because Squirtle was super quick. And that seems to be my rotation. It's like lucky, unlucky, lucky, unlucky, lucky, unlucky. Like that just seems to be how it always goes. Like it is a circle. I think Rowlet is unlucky. I think this next shiny in Viridian is unlucky. Then the one after that will be lucky. I think that's just how it's gonna work. That is just how my hunts seem to go. Always seems to be the rule of thumb. Lucky, unlucky, lucky, unlucky. Which begs the question, what are people's guesses for when I get shiny or a shiny pop up? What Weedle encounter do we reckon will be the first shiny? Oh, I'm sure you'll do absolutely fine in this game, Elo. I'm sure you'll have no problem at all. It's just me who seemingly has some trouble. Hey, Cloud. 1549. No less. Like 3 streams. Oh yeah, did you ever get your Tepig, Ella, or did you also give up on that? Was welcoming Cloud. Oh my god, it's Pikachu! Shiny one. Just not a shiny. Hope you're doing well. I don't think I asked anything. Or the question before that was people's guess on what Weedle will a shiny first appear. NK? No! No! No, Elo. We don't listen to Elo. We don't like Elo's guesses. That's the main thing. That is the main thing, Cloud. Some people would say that's the thing, but yeah. Definitely the main one. Well, 10k is like 30 hours of just hunting in Viridian Forest. No, it's 10 times what I've done now, and I've done like 9 hours. So yeah, a lot. Oh, that is also true. Elo is the designated adult in the chat. True. But then again, I also don't listen to adults anyway. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. I don't think it makes much of a difference to me. I had a feeling that's exactly where Greg was going to go, and I was correct. I don't even listen to myself. I can be like, yeah, I need to do that, and then I'll never do that. All I want is something golden in this area, and I'll leave. I'll leave. It can be a golden Pikachu. It can be a golden Weedle. It can be a golden Caterpie. Something, and I'll leave. Yeah, but there are different levels of maturity. Like, I am definitely not. Yeah, I'm what? I'm what, 19? Yeah. 20s, mid-20s. Yeah, mid-20s. Sure, we'll go with that. Oh, I'm not 40. I'm not. I'm 27 this year. Leave me alone. Oh, I don't want to think about it, but I am. I don't want to say I'm the oldest here because I think Greg is a bit older. But he might not be. He might be younger. That is a possibility. Oh, God. I'm the same age as Greg. Oh. In November? Yeah, well. I'm exactly the same as you, Elo. I am also a November baby. Yeah, we're all the designated adult. I think Greg's birthday is first, though. Oh, what? Well, no, hold on. You're not 27 this year, then, are you, Greg? You're 27 until May, and then you're 28. So Greg is the responsible one in the chat. There we go. It's decided. Greg is the adult that should supervise us. Mine's the 13th. I am 1-3. Yeah, unfortunately, Elo, you are no longer the designated adult. Unless Greg decides to relinquish the title. I'm 2 days older? No! 2026 this year, and you're 27 years old, therefore 7 this year. Okay, yes. So Greg is the oldest. I think we can confirm that. And that makes Cloud the baby. Yeah, okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Whatever you say, Greg. You know what? I think for your birthday, Greg, I'll get you a Zimmer frame or a walking stick. You know, I think you're gonna need it. You know, given that you're pushing 30. Have you decided what you're doing for your midlife crisis yet, Greg? I mean, you're getting close. You might want to start planning it now. I think that's what everyone does, right? They all plan their midlife crises. Has planned it. There you go. It's not long until Greg has planned it. You know, actually, there's one thing, kind of a slight tangent, that I haven't thought about, that I think I need to think about, which is a will. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, really, realistically, you don't want to worry about it until, you know, it's, you get to the point, but, like, in theory, it's also just, like, something that I think needs to be thought about. Yeah, I used to be best mates with an Ankylosaurus. We were best mates, we were. Loving it. Yeah. I used to fight my mate with in his T-Rex all the time at school. Oh god, yeah, the Black Death. Oh, those were the times. Those were the times. Friends with a Velociraptor? Yeah, exactly. One of my best friends was a Velociraptor. I was friends with all the lizards. Yeah. We used to grow up without the internet. We know what the world was like before the mass adoption of the internet. Yeah, mammoths were all the business. I mean, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, we didn't have Google. I think we had, what did we have? Yahoo. Was it Yahoo and Ask Jeeves? I remember Ask Jeeves. Which was interesting. I remember it because it used to be like a really posh guy. It was like a butler guy, and you'd ask him. It was basically like a search engine. I think it went defunct like 2012 or something. Yep, older than Google. To be fair, Google was what, 2005, 2006? Clippy, oh yeah, Clippy. Man, me and the homies used to love Clippy. Man, to be fair, there was so much cool stuff before, like, recent versions of it. No, too ancient. Ancient Nadine. To be fair, though, we did have our own versions of it, which was 6.9. I do believe. Flash games? Oh man, Flash games. E, yeah. Or the old brain rot ASDF movies. That was another one, wasn't it? The early age of man. This is one. This is one for the old brain books. Was Learn to Fly. I used to play that quite a lot at school. Or there's another one. There was a Sandals one where you would basically start in an arena and work your way up. Can't fully remember it. Learn to fly. It was basically a penguin, and you would go down a ramp, and then you would eventually equip it with other things like hang gliders, rockets, and all sorts, and then eventually you'd just get further and further and further. And that was the whole game. None of this brain rot needed. No, us oldies knew how to enjoy a game. And there was also Happy Wheels. I would go back and play, like, if I could go back, I'd go back and just play Happy Wheels. I mean, anyone younger than that probably shouldn't be saying how young they are. Anyway, because obviously you don't typically do that on the internet. And anyone obviously under the age of 13 will just get instant banned. If anyone says they're under the age of 13, even jokingly, because YouTube guidelines state should not be on the platform if you're younger than that age. And yeah, and also the stream is rated 18+, which means mature. So yeah, YouTube. I mean, I don't think YouTube is overly strict in enforcing it. I typically don't tend to be. Obviously, cat, but obviously you're like, yeah, I'm 12. That is just a straight up ban. So hello, if you ever see that, don't worry about consulting. Just go ahead and do it. If you want to be nice, time them out, or you can just straight up ban them. I will leave that to your decision. Shout out to you, died, but it's the one thing that is in my opinion that should be hard coded onto any stream. Again, it's like I would consider banning 12 the number, but if the number 12 came up in any kind of conversations, then someone would get timed out or banned. So I don't have my age on anything. I think it's a not important thing. Again, but then I'm not like art or anything like that. Art very much you kind of have to do it. Again, even with the channel, I say it's not meant for kids, so it's one of the things. Another Weedle. How are we doing time-wise? Do I try and get to 200? I might try and get to 200. We'll see what the time is when I get to 150. Yeah, we'll go from there. Again, I can argue that, I mean, the argument can be made, I'm playing a children's game, so the stream should be okay for children. But even then, like, I've clearly marked it as not meant for kids. And kids are, well, people under the age of 13 shouldn't be on full YouTube. They should be on YouTube Kids, which you wouldn't find this on anyway. You don't have your age on your social media, then there's a chance that older guys will mistake you for an adult and message you leading. But I mean, you don't have to reply to them. You don't have to strike up a conversation just because someone messages. Like, I know I don't. I'll buy something on eBay and the seller will message me and be like, you know, hey, order's packed, and I'll just ignore them. Shipping now, I'll just ignore them. I'm only using that as an example because I've had recent interactions with it. That is the only reason. Professional Ghost say, oh yeah, no, I am. I would argue I am as well. That's also true. That is also true. People are not always good. So they'll message you even if you put your age on there. I mean, yeah, I don't share it. I don't share a lot about me. The only time that I do is that I have, or I had, when I was younger, I had a Facebook account that I would post, but that's like it. And I kind of stopped the minute I got out of school, so I haven't posted anything on it in like 10 years or something like that. Yeah, definitely stayed clear of Omegle. It's definitely not a place you should spend any time. Even as an adult, I don't want to go onto the website. Oh, is it actually gone now? Did they snipe it? Thank you. Yeah, that was not good. I don't know how they were able to go for as long as they did. And I'm so glad that I don't have any stuff in my brain. I'm glad I don't like Coco Melon. Glad I don't like any of that. Like all the brain rot stuff. Like my nephew will bring stuff and he'll go, "Oh, look at this." I'll be like, "What's that?" He goes, "It's Italian brain rot." I'll go, "Okay." It looks stupid. No, but it's just dumb. I was like, I like it. Yeah, I did college. I did 1 year of college. I got my BTech, and that was it. And I was gonna say, then I went into work. No, I didn't. I then went down a spiral and house for 2 years. And then I started volunteering at a place. And then I went and did a plumbing course at college again. And then after that, I went and got my current job, which I have been doing for 5 years. God, it's been 5 years. Insane to think about. In words of advice, it's so much easier than school. That's not advice. That's just like a thing. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, UK college was so much easier than UK school. But I don't know about US college. US college, I think, is a completely different beast. But I even think then it's easier than school. You're treated more as an adult. I mean, a little bit more as an adult. I have lots of associates, just not any kind of degrees. I kind of know half a lot of people. Yeah, the creepypasta stuff, again, kind of went over my head. It was not my forte. Like, all this brain rot stuff, like, God, skibidi toilet and stuff like that. Like, it goes over my head. I'm like, I don't care. Part of me is like, should I try and take interest? You know, should I try and fake interest in something that, you know, my nephews and nieces like, just for the sake of having something to connect to them with? But then I'm like, oh, that's so boring and so disingenuous. Like, and then I have to spend time learning about it, and I was just like, I can't be arsed. It's not worth it. It isn't very skibidi riz of me, no. It is definitely not. There you go. That's some, I was gonna say, that's some cloud advice from Cloud. That's some sound advice from Cloud. Cloud has got the advice. I mean, it's boring now. However, accountants make good money. So it won't be boring forever. I mean, arguably, you can think about it as any job. You know, if you can do any job, if you can make it through college, you can do any job. The good thing about that, though, is you'll make money, which means you can do stuff like spend money, like obscene amounts of money on little bits of cardboard and get Pokemon cards and then rip them and then have fun doing that. Hey, Cal. How are you doing? Five years of stress and then you make money. Exactly. I did see Cal that I think isn't Perfect Order dropping this weekend? End of this week, I think so, right? Friday. Cow is younger. Hello. Yeah, Cow is younger. I can confirm that. 4 hours playing GeoGuessr. Oh, goodness gracious me. Could never get me doing that. Friday. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, man. I need to double check. I went to go and do this earlier, but the website seemed to be down. I got an invite to the Magic Madhouse drop. And I went to click on the link. And then I was like, I'll click on that. And then it was like, not working. There we go. I don't want to get just a regular ETB, though. That's the problem. Oh no, that's not available for pre-order. That's already sold out. I can get an ETB. I don't want an ETB. Or there's the premium Meganium Cinderace, or the 3-pack Blister, which again I kind of don't want. I'm happy not getting any of this set. The only thing I want is the Tyrant, which I'm gonna buy a bunch of on day one when people start opening the ETBs on Friday or Saturday. I guess I'll start on Saturday. All right, Nandi. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your day. You have a good evening, and you're welcome for the ancient knowledge, even though it's not that ancient. I mean, it can be a blessing and a curse, right? For some people, moving out is easier than not, you know? Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Buy a PC Tyrant. My average on a sealed PC ends at like 30. I mean, I'm hoping that a lot of people want to get rid of the card and not a lot of people want to buy the card. Half of me is like, it is a PC card, so people might buy a lot of it. But then also part of me is hoping that a lot of people don't want it because it's a Tyrant card. Granted, I only really want one for right now. But if the price is low enough, I might try and pick up a couple more just for the sake of having a couple more. Again, I'll be buying them sealed, so we'll see. The problem is the people who have opened them are going to want to recuperate their money on the on it, so they're probably gonna ask extortionate prices for it. I think I can say that with pretty high certainty. That's good, Cloud. I don't talk to anyone from any of my college experiences. I mean, the more important question is, Cal, are they selling at that price? My God, people have stupid money. They're buying them at $250. People have stupid money. This hobby is filled with just stupid money at the minute, I think. I think this hobby needs to lose its the stupid money. That being said, I did spend stupid money on One Piece stuff recently. Because that's the thing, right? That's the thing I think the US does a lot better than the UK in terms of those kind of things. Like, they'll host, like, high school reunions, which I think is a really cool way to kind of stay in touch throughout the years and see how everyone's got on. That's not so much a thing in the UK. Like, once you're done, you're kind of done, right? And then unless you go out of your way to try and meet them or keep in touch with them, you typically don't see them again. Ascended is the best of the best. Well, I mean, that's good for me, because I'm sitting on 2 PC TVs, and I will sit on them forever. No, for a good few years. How well is my actual stock doing? Have I pushed the 3 grand mark yet? No. Damn. That gives you an idea of how insane it is. I haven't bought anything new. I haven't, in the last 30 days at least. I haven't done anything to warrant the amount of money that I've got. I'm up £500 in the last 30 days. And I don't have a lot of stock. This is insane. Rather not see 90% of those people because they were mostly bullies and ruin your mental health. Oh no, I agree. You know, that would be quite shitty. But to see them and see their lives kind of either like spiral out or not be okay, like that would bring me at least, I think that would bring me closure. If it was like, oh, you know, your bully went to jail and did, you know, a year's time, or, you know, his wife recently divorced him, you know, his kids don't love him, you know, that kind of would bring me some closure to a degree. Because I'll be like, hey, he was an asshole, but at least I'm good. Damn cow. I mean, to be fair though, you spend a lot more time focusing on Sealed than I do. Old assumption that their life didn't work out. True. Yeah. Again, it's pros and cons, right? You weigh it up. Either, you know, you see them now and they're doing really good for themselves, or they're doing really bad for themselves. But you never know unless, you know, you actively go to see them. Yeah, I don't know if... Do we know what cards are coming in that set, Cal? Are they looking good? Do I try and spend some money on it? Oh no, I had it exactly the same in my school as well, Elo. Yeah. I had it pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, they're pretty sick. Okay. Do we know the PC art or no? You know the card that we're getting in the PC, the promo? Fennekin. Ooh. I mean, for some people, their goal is, I was gonna say, to pump out babies. You know what I mean? Like, they want that, and that's good for them, but obviously it's not for everyone. I am as single as a solitary can of Pringles, and I am fine with it like that. I'll keep telling myself until the day I die. Alone. You know, for some people that's like their dream, you know? Like, their dream is to have a family. And, you know, that's their sole focus in life. That's the one thing that they want to work on. Oh no, I'm the same, Greg. I have. Like, even some people that I was relatively close with, online friends, I haven't talked to in like months. Check Discord. Oh, cow, what are you doing to me? Yes. Is this you bragging about how much stock you have of stuff? Ah, no, card list. That'll be good. Right. Let me pull that up here. Oh yeah, no, I have seen these cards. Yeah, I remember now. I have seen them. Yeah, I remember seeing the gold Greninja. Thing is Greninja's quite popular. I can foresee this. Where is that? Oh. I could see that doing quite well. Oh yeah, you probably would have to battle auto mod. But I think I can see when I can see the message when it gets deleted, so I still would have been able to click on it anyway. Hey Drew, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Your weekend was good. You're actually doing resets for the starter. Ooh, what start are you going for? Any good one? Any good one? Either good one? Like I say, I can see all messages that have been banned, timed out, whatever. I think all mods can. So even if it does get pinched, I can still see it. Or I can still have the link, you know. But I do believe it deletes all your old chat history and things like that. To be honest, Cloud, I don't... Cloud. To be honest, Cow, I don't know. I always just have it on live chat. Primarily just because of you. I don't know how YouTube decides what's a top message and what's not, but all I know is that it's incredibly annoying that it thinks it knows what I want or don't want to see. Like, how dare you assume I don't want to see their messages? I don't know if it's something to do with account authentication or something like that, or verification. Like, I don't know if it's got something to do with that or not, and if it's like, if you don't have an account, then it doesn't work. Like, I'm just trying to, like, put it in my head as to why on earth that's, you know, the case. But I can't for the life of me figure it out. But no, I always go to live messages because YouTube is freaky with what it likes and what it doesn't like. Yeah, you're right, Cal. I do really hope they change it. I mean, it might be just as simple as, you know, Cal said something naughty. Not seeing messages. Oh. Not interested in AI. I mean, it was a lot of problems 26 days ago. Interesting. It says English is blocked. If your viewers type in non-English, then it goes through. How weird is that? Now, apparently I mean, it's been ages, but I'm pretty sure they're only popping it up as like they're pawning it off as your device is the problem, which I think is insane. Hold up, let me go over to this panel because this panel is on top chat. That's all right, Cloud. You can always go whenever you want. No one's forcing you to be here. Yeah, again, I saw Drew's message earlier, but I don't see clouds. I don't see cows. Okay, in all fairness, I also don't see Greg's latest one. Yeah, I didn't see Greg's latest one there. Something maybe with kissing or mother or mouth or calling someone cow. Oh, what if it's your username? What if it's assuming your username is meant to be an insult, so it just blocks it? Maybe? No, because Elo put in cow and it worked. But then again, some of the messages don't show up. It's very confusing what messages don't show and show up. Ah, I see that one. See that one from Elo. I just didn't see that one. Maybe she's saying fuck? Nope, I see it right here, Greg. Maybe it's me saying fuck. Fuck. Yeah, that's fine, Cloud. I say it's just, you know, if you wanted to go and chill, you know, you're more than welcome to. You know, I don't take any insult to people leaving midway through a stream. Fine, I'm not crying. About ducks? Dutch. Not ducks. Ducks go quack. Yeah, apparently, cow. Apparently he can. And there is nothing to do about it. It's just weird. YouTube is just weird sometimes with what it likes and what it doesn't like. Oh, you're making fun about fucks. Ducks. Alright, tell you what. I'm gonna just have this one open on top chat for... I'm gonna go until past, so for 7 minutes. So I'll apologize now if I miss anyone's messages, but I just want to double check. I want to double check. Poor kids watching this chat right now. They shouldn't be here, Elo. They shouldn't be here. This is an adult stream. Adult stream. Yeah, I see it. I see it, Cal. It is in top chat. Clear as day. Adult stream. Oh, is it Owo? Yeah, you've clearly said something. Either that or it's something to do with the name. Yeah. That's what I think. I think it's either something to do with the name or it's something to do with something you've said in the past and it's shadow banned you. Oh god, no. my brain went into God, my brain went into Raw XD. What was that? Raw XD. That's how I say I love you in Dinosaur or something like that. I don't know where my brain went there. And it just unlocked a primitive part of my brain that I thought I had locked away. But apparently I didn't. Alright, we're gonna go to 1,000. Why not? We're halfway there. Yeah. But no. Cow on the chat. Top chatter for me. Cow, I don't see it. Live. Back to top. Yeah, I remember that one. What do you mean, Greg? You're so YouTube. You're Mr. YouTube. Everyone knows you're Mr. YouTube. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Completely unrestricted, unguided internet access. Well, it does mess you up a bit, doesn't it? Who could have seen that one coming, eh? Yeah, I still don't see cow in the live one. It could also, that, I was gonna say, that could be a thing on it, but then if you just swap to a different account and it worked, maybe it's not. How interesting would it be if YouTube blocks your account because of the fact that, because I know they were cracking down on ad blockers. So I'm wondering if it's plausible that it's detected you as someone who blocks ads, so it's restricting what you can do on YouTube. In all honesty, the only actual reason that I swap the YouTube chat to live chat is because then I can keep an eye and see what cow says. I mean, I guess it also helps for... Actually, I wonder, and I'm interested to hear people's thoughts on this. If I was to put the chat in subscriber only mode, then only people could talk if they subscribe, if that would change whether or not you stop chat or not. Because then in theory, you should, but I don't know. It's one of those weird things where it's like it might work. I know a lot of channels who have it. Granted, I don't think I'm at the point where the channel needs it or anything like that, but it is definitely interesting to be like, oh, yeah, maybe it's a thing, you know? I need to count, because otherwise I'm gonna be streaming for so much longer. Frank. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's because I'm half talking to myself, half doing other stuff. That's why. That is why. Also, I tweaked what it would pick up versus what it wouldn't. Because I was annoyed that it was picking up when I banged on the desk. So now I got it, so it doesn't pick up when I bang on the desk. But it does just mean I have to talk a little bit louder into the mic for it to pick up what I'm actually saying. Oh god, really? Oh no, I don't remember that. I think that's just me drowning myself. Which is also completely possible. Well, you can't have it both ways, Cal. You can't complain that, oh, you're quiet, and then go, oh, no, you're too loud. No winning with you lot. No winning at all. No, I don't want to hear it. Now you're just saying that for the sake of saying it. I have quite a funny school story. Back in the day, I was quite big on Hearthstone, which is Blizzard's trading card game. You know, Blizzard's trading card game. If you haven't played it, it was good fun back in the day. I haven't played it for like 8 years. But it was really fun back like 2015, 2016. What we had in school was we had a really nice IT teacher, and we petitioned to get Battle.net put on the school computers so that we could play it during lunch. So what we used to do is we used to go to the IT room during lunch for an hour and play Hearthstone on the school computers. But what had happened was, after I got that on the school computers, I mean, there was a group of us, but I'm going to say it's me. After we got that on the school computers, a couple of people were like, well, we want Counter-Strike on there so we can play CSGO. And it was hilarious because the copy of that they got, they were like, no, it's got a virus in it. We can't put this on the school network. And I found it was quite funny. I thought it was quite hilarious that some kids in the school were like, yeah, we want to play Counter-Strike, and it was like, yeah, no, this version of Counter-Strike has got like viruses on it. They physically weren't allowed to put it on the school computer. What happened in the end was they were put on a separate computer, not on the actual network, which was funny. I found it funny. Yeah, school internet used to block a load of stuff. Or at least my school did. Pokemon Coffin? We're being active in chat. Sue us. Sue us. We're chatting. We're using chat how it should be intended to chat. If I wanted to shiny hunt in peace, I wouldn't stream. That's the long and short. That's the easy answer. Oh goodness, yeah, no, I don't remember anything as insane as that being what I had in school. You say that, Greg. I think it is because the stream has more average views than it normally gets, more current watchers. All right, Cal. Yeah, have a good evening. I'll keep an eye out and see maybe if I can get some PC ETBs. I might try tomorrow. See if I can get lucky with it, and we'll see. I'm not holding out hope for it though, but we'll see. Ta-da! Or ta-ta. I prefer toodles. I say toodles. I say toodles quite a lot. Not bye. No, not bye-bye. No, toodles. Or one that we do quite a lot in our family is whenever someone's leaving, typically it's one of my older brothers. Whenever they're leaving, we always scream Merry Christmas at them, because we did that one Christmas, and we just shouted Merry Christmas as they were leaving. So now we do that whenever they leave. It could be like in the middle of summer, they'll be leaving from a family barbecue or whatever, and we'll go Merry Christmas, and it would just be us just shouting in the street. Why? Because why not? You know? One of those things. One of those family quirks. Alright. That's happening over there. That's happening over there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I would 100% butcher it. And I feel bad about butchering. I butcher English enough as it is. I would hate to butcher another language. So I'm just not even going to try, Elo. That's how much respect I have for your language. Not even going to try. I am the most respectful. As the OE sound does not exist in English. I hate the way we say G2. Oh god. I want to learn another language, but I just feel like I'd be so bad at it. Like my cousin likes the idea of being a ski instructor. But like we were looking into it, and he has, you know, to do it, you have to learn, like, you have to be able to speak, like, depending on where you go, at least 2 languages, sometimes 3. And it's like, that is a huge hassle to, like, effectively do it. And you have to study, and you then have to be able to speak it. Not only that, you then also have to be able to teach skiing in that language. Like, it's insane. It's maddening. Not that long, Coffin. I think I started around the time I started the channel, so 2022. So only about 4 years. I did do a couple of other hunts, like singular hunts back in the day, but like nothing like I have done recently. I did a shiny race against my brother in one game where I got a shiny Magikarp and I called it in your face. But that was like in 2016. And then after that, I didn't really do much in the way of shiny hunting until Legends Arceus. And then I picked it up in that game. And then I've been kind of on it ever since. But no, like I have been thinking about maybe potentially looking at doing like a ski season abroad. But yeah. I've been in it for a little bit of time, not as long as other people. Some people you'll go to and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, I've been shiny hunting for like 15 years." And I'm like, "Yeah, no. That's not me." I used to play the Pokemon games and get to the end of the story, do the Elite Four, and then never touch the game again. That used to be my Pokemon experience for the very beginning of my life. Part of me thinks it would be a hilarious thing to do where it's like, you donate and I'll try and pronounce whatever you want. I am a newbie, hello, yeah, I am. I did Shadow, yeah, I got it very quick as well. Very nice, but how are you doing? Hope your weekend was good, your Monday's going well. I mean, yeah, everyone kind of starts as a newbie, but Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, I did do a hunt or a few hunts in XY. I did kind of do a few hunts in Alola, but like I never really got that into it until Legends Arceus. And then it was so easy, and then I did BDSP after that. And then I think then I went back and did Sword and Shield and Crown Tundra. Oh, not long, Drew. I think it was 6 hours? 7 hours? Like, it wasn't long at all. It was... Oh, no, it might have been about 9. It wasn't that long. It was 611 resets. Like, I got it incredibly quickly. I mean, I can give you hope, but just don't come and shout at me if it goes over. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is a really good one to start with. But yeah, see, I wasn't into competitive either. That was my problem. To be fair, the only reason that I started shiny hunting was because I was like, I buy these games, I don't play them for their money's worth. And I was like, I'm going to shiny hunt. That way I can get my money's worth from the games. And to a degree I have. I mean, going way back, I did do a shiny hunting, sorry, a shiny only playthrough using Gen 4 Pokemon of Violet. But after that, like I kind of didn't do a lot with that. It was Gen 4. I think that was around the time that Greg started showing up to the streams. And, you know, we haven't been able to get rid of him yet. And he does this horrible thing that I hate, where he's a member, so he gives me money every month. Oh, it's awful. I think he does it just to spite me. I think at this point it is just spite. I mean, Cloud also does the same, you know. But Greg is more spiteful in my eyes. Exactly. Yeah, those damn paying people. We don't like them. Okay, how dare you be generous with your money and decide to become a member on the channel? How dare you? Not even thinking about others, eh? Oh, that's what I need to add. Okay, I can do that to the overlay, I think. Talk to you like the leech that gives blood back. Yeah, exactly. Too nice of a leech. You're too nice of a leech. A leech. Now, what I want to try and see if I can do, I need to figure out if I can even do it first, is have it just a scrolling list. Like how I've got the super chat and the recent subs. Although arguably the recent subscriber only works if your subscriptions are set to public, which is insane. But unfortunately that's how it works. I was kind of originally I had set it up so that I could thank people for subscribing, but I can't thank people for subscribing because not everyone has their subscriptions set to public, so not everyone would show up on it. Unlike Twitch, when you follow someone, it doesn't matter because you follow them. You like your gym badges? I mean, Greg got a new one recently. I think your new one is due next time your refresh, your next payment goes through. No, it's fine, Coffin. To be fair, members don't get a lot. So, you know, I appreciate anyone who decides to become a member. I mean, get emotes that I'm sure people will show off. But like again, you only get access to those. However, those are only useful in this chat. Like you can't use them anywhere else on the platform. Again, kind of where Twitch is a little bit better in my eyes, because Twitch you can buy it on one channel and use it on a different one. YouTube, I think you're restricted just to the channel you become a member on, which is ridiculous. Which reminds me, I don't want to have a look because I feel like it would take slots away from me. At the oh. To be fair, it's also like subscribing. Subscribing is never needed, but is greatly appreciated. You know? Like I make good money at my job. I don't need your money. If you want to show support, you can. But like at the end of the day, I don't realistically need your money. You're better off keeping it and just watching the streams. To be fair, now that I've put we've got the Rowlet that never gets used. Rowlet is there about somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere. Actually, I don't have him set up on this overlay. Hold on. I think he's on this one. Let's see. Oh, I need to redo that as well. Well, he's not even here. There he is. There's the Rowlet. Unfortunately, he doesn't work. So don't try. I don't have it open. But he does exist. He does exist. He does exist. I promise. To be fair, he's only really useful like a little bit of the time. He's not even useful all the time. Rowlet did get nuked. No, it's still there. I just haven't opened the program for this stream. Annoyingly, the power got tripped last night, and I had it open for a while, and then power tripped and shut, and then I could again. Plus, there's 3 people who are active to the stream who can use it, which is you, Elo, Greg, and Cloud, because it's members only and mods. So it's like it is only kind of 3 people that can use it, because I don't want to put it to everyone. Although I might try and tweak it, maybe, and see if I can get it to do the donation readouts. We'll see. I mean, I do have an overlay set up now for the donos. Let me double check. If I emulate Super Chat.
Sadella super chatted $10.
It does work. The only thing I don't know if it does, I don't know if it plays the sound to the stream. It does. It plays the sound. I'm so glad I got that like actively set up properly. That was such a nightmare to do. Okay, that's good. I might need to increase. Oh no, the volume for that is tied to how loud the other stuff is. So I have it set to the same output that I have the music play out of. If I do that, let's emulate it. I've upped it a little bit.
Sabrina super chatted $10.
There you go. That should be a little bit better now. In theory. But yeah, I got it working because I felt bad that Toasted very generously donated some stuff, and I was like, I am not set up for that at all. I don't think I'm going to bother getting any perfect order. I'm not that desperate to open Pokemon stuff, so that's fine. But yeah, I just have to remind myself for Wednesday for doing Palkia that I increased the volume, or otherwise I'll go to hit start and it would be down. We'll see if I remember. But either way, that is me done for today. I mean, what do we start on? 250. 250 resets today is not bad. That's good. But I'll be back on Wednesday. I think the plan is I'm going to try and do Palkia. And I think we're going to go back to soft resetting Palkia. And then I think Friday will be probably this again. And then next week we'll look into something else. Ooh, 12 hours on the dot. Look at that. That gives you an idea of how long I've been hunting for this. About 12 hours. Well, not quite, but, you know, about 10 and a half hours. But yeah, either way, that is me done. I will be back Wednesday for more. Hopefully with a shiny. But either way, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you will have a great continuation to your week, and I will see you all then. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. 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 Ta-ta.